So you are considering either becoming a real estate agent, or maybe you're a real estate agent already and want to know why you should become a real estate investor. You're watching the right video. My name is Richard Rodriguez, founder of the Commercial Agent Academy. I am a commercial real estate agent, also a commercial real estate investor with over 100 million closed volume and financially free through this beautiful asset, commercial real estate. And in today's video, I'm gonna go over the benefits, the pros and the cons of being a real estate agent and being a real estate investor, and the path that I took that has helped me get successfully financially free in a pretty fast, short period of time. That being said, let's go over the pros. Real estate agent. If you are currently a real estate agent, you're gonna know the pros and the cons of this already. But if you're thinking of becoming a real estate agent, I wanna go over the pros and the cons that I've experienced in my 8-year career as a real estate agent. So the pros are quite simple. Large commissions, you get paid. I think my largest commission was about $250,000. Like no sugarcoating it. You get large commissions. Like the pay could be exponential. You get paid based on your performance, to say the least. So you put in the work, you're gonna get paid appropriately. So that's definitely a pro that I do not want to miss as a real estate agent. If you decide, or if you're taking that course right now, you understand that that's very true in the nature of this business. Second benefit of being a real estate agent are your schedule. You control your schedule. You do not have a boss overlooking every hour, every minute, micromanaging you. You are your own boss, period, point blank. You are self-employed, you're a 1099 worker that is contracted to go help people buy, sell, or lease real estate, period. So that is definitely a benefit for anyone who's at a W-9 and is just fed up with being told what to do, being told where to be at what time. That's definitely a benefit. No sugarcoating that. And then also as an agent, I think one of the biggest pro advantage of being a real estate agent is that you have a competitive advantage. What does that mean, a competitive advantage? You have a competitive advantage by being able to cherry pick real estate deals. Like, people call me all the time, hey, I want to sell my property. Well, I have first dibs. I literally could decide like, hey, this deal actually has some meat on the bone. I may be able to pick this up from my own personal portfolio. That being said, you have competitive advantage, and that is something that I think a lot of agents do not even fully utilize to their fullest capacity. So that is, in my opinion, the biggest pro of being a real estate agent. You have insights of the market that the average person does not know, outside of just the MLS. Like, you have other agents that have pocket listings that you could dive into. So that is 100%, in my opinion, the biggest pro of being an agent. Let's go to the cons. The cons of being a real estate agent is that you get caught in the rat race. You close a big transaction, make $250,000, well, you have to go hunt for the next deal because it's not recurring. You're going deal by deal, and I call it the rat race, and it can, over time, get a little tiresome, but some people like it. I mean, I did it for a long time, and I still broker deals. I want to be transparent. I still broker deals, so I am still constantly leveraging transactions, but as you go on, you get more referrals, obviously, but you're always in the rat race. Like, that rat race doesn't stop. And also, another con is that it's market driven. Guys, it's 2024. It's like May of 2024. Interest rates are at 8%, give or take. Like, the market's taking a hit. A lot of agents have actually completely left the market, completely have left their careers as real estate agents because transactions are down. This career it is market driven. Interest rates go up, volume goes down, transaction volume goes down. What does that do? People are hunting for a smaller piece of the pie. So it's market driven, period, point blank. Another con is that you're always open. You're always on call. Weekends, especially residential, like people call on the weekends, you gotta pick up the phone. You know, you're in the middle of an escrow, it's going south. You're picking up the phone, you're trying to figure it out. You're thinking about it late evenings because you know that this deal, you wanna close a deal for your client or you wanna get paid. Like, you're always open. Like, that open sign is always on. And for me, it gets a little tiresome, a little stressful, to be quite honest with you. And the emotional burnout. You're dealing with emotions, guys. You're helping other people facilitate big transactions, their biggest assets, and there's a lot of emotional burden. You need high emotional IQ, okay, to be able to sustain a transaction and ongoing. As I said, every transaction, there's a lot of transactions that you're gonna do in your career. So you have to have that emotional intelligence and not be able to burn out right away. But I see a lot of agents burn out, and it's service-based. I mean, you may think you delivered a great service, and someone may think you did a terrible job. So it could be very emotionally burdensome, to say the least. But those are the cons, those are the pros. Like I said, my biggest pro of being an agent is you have a competitive advantage. I have a competitive advantage over Joe Schmo across the street that's not an agent, because I get market insight. I know what the market is doing. I have people that hit me up that want to sell their properties, and I can underwrite it first. So that's the biggest advantage. I think the biggest con is definitely the rat race. Like, it's a constant cycle. You do one deal, you got to get the next deal. You're constantly in this cycle, okay? So that are the pros and the cons of being a real estate agent. Moving along to the pros and cons of being what I think everyone should strive to become, a real estate investor. Whether it's in residential or commercial, the benefits are pretty comparable, but I want to go over just general pros. First and foremost is cash flow, the cash flow, okay? I mentioned that in residential, you're constantly in a rat race looking for the next deal. Guys, once you own a property, that cash flow is coming every month like mailbox money, I call it. It's mailbox money. You lease it out, you buy it with a tenant already in there, you're collecting rents day one. You're collecting a deposited and prorated rent in escrow. You're literally getting paid to buy this investment property. Okay, so the cash flow is definitely a pro. Also, it's a hedge against inflation. Why? Because inflation is going up every year. I don't care what anyone says. Our dollar is going to trash. US dollar is going down in value every single day, in my opinion. But every year you can anticipate inflation to go up a percentage, right? Well, guess what goes up also? Rents. So it's a constant hedge against inflation, so that your investment, your asset, is constantly keeping up with the devaluation of the dollar. So that is absolutely a huge pro of owning real estate and being an investor, is that it's a great hedge against inflation. Instead of having cash just sitting in a bank account, whereas, yeah, you may have the same amount of cash at the end of the year, but inflation went up 3-4%. That cash is no longer worth what it was at the beginning of the year. That's essentially what inflation is. And another pro is, once you buy it, it's yours. You could sell it or you could keep it forever, and you don't have to work on making the acquisition again. You already underwrote it, you bought it, it's yours, it's under your name. You could give it to whoever you want to, you could keep it for as long as you want to, and it's constantly gonna be paying you. You already put in the hard work that one time that you bought it. Afterwards, you could sit back and literally collect your monthly rents, literally. So it's not like the rat race where you have to constantly seek a new deal to get paid. That thing is pumping out cash flow for as long as you want, quite literally. Man, when they say the rich get richer and the wealthy get wealthier, it's a true thing, and they do it through commercial real estate or residential real estate investing in general. Why? Because taxes, guys. Depreciation is a real thing. Depreciation is a real thing. In residential, you could depreciate your investment over a 29-year straight line depreciation. Commercial, you're looking at 39 years. Talk to your CPA about the benefits of depreciation, but essentially what you're doing is you're being able to depreciate a portion of the improvement value of that building, of that property, every single year against your personal income. So dollar for dollar, you're being able to deduct, and it's a great tax savings. This is insane. I highly encourage you guys to really dig deep on the tax benefits. And then also 1031, you could defer your taxes, your capital gain tax, by selling the property, and instead of cashing out, trading all that money tax-free at that moment into another property where you're able to continue this arbitrage of investing into real estate. And in OPM, guys, where in the world is someone gonna give you money to go buy a property? Think about that. Banks will give you money to go buy a property. Should I say any more, guys? A bank will give you money. I'm gonna say it again. Someone's gonna give you money to go and buy a property. Yeah, mind-boggling, right? OPM, and not just banks, private money lenders. You can take collateral against your assets, your own personal property. Guys, it's arbitrage. Once you understand financing, you have all the tools necessary to go and get wealthy, period, point blank. And then appreciation, right? I don't always hedge this, but a lot of people, hey, it's gonna appreciate. No one knows what it's gonna appreciate, but over time, historically, it will appreciate. And that is definitely a benefit of owning real estate as an investment, is that historically it's gone up. And if that goes up, well, guess what? Your net worth is going up as well. I will be worth more a year from now than I am today, just because I own real estate, period. I don't even have to earn a dollar, but just the fact that the appreciation is going up over time. Okay, so let me talk about some of the cons of owning an investment property, right? So it's market driven as well. Let's be real. You could have a vacancy and it could take, especially in commercial real estate, I've had vacancies where it took me up to 6 months to lease a property. So if you don't have reserves, or if you don't have your financing in place where you know you have, or if it's paid off, if you don't have a plan for potential unexpected vacancies, well then you're preparing to lose out big potentially. So you have to, it's really market driven. Tenants can leave, vacancies, interest rates go up, right? We're in this high interest rate environment. Well, guess what? It's harder to find better deals because the cash flow is not there, because you have debt service that you need to cover. So it's a lot of variables. So it is market driven as well, but the wise investors, the experienced investors that know their investment criteria are always gonna come up top, because there's always deals, period, point blank, doesn't matter in what market. And big bank take little bank. What does that mean? Guys, if you are investing in real estate and you do not have the savviness or the mentors that are able to help you navigate through transactions, there's someone else that's going to capitalize on you, period, point blank. Like if I see an underwritten property, if I see an underperforming property, and I know that that owner is losing the property, they don't have a tenant in place, and their reserves are running dry, what do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take advantage of that, period, point blank. I'm gonna get the best deal for myself. It just is what it is. Like, we're here to invest, this is a business, and if you don't have the experience, or if you don't have the mentors in place to help you navigate through these transactions, you're setting yourself up for failure. So that is one of the cons. You have to know what you're doing. So you have to get educated, which is a con, but just go get educated and you'll be fine. So my overall recommendations, if you're watching this and you're thinking of becoming an agent, or you are a real estate agent, is to go from a real estate agent to a real estate investor as soon as possible. I cannot emphasize this. You want to go there as soon as possible. I wish I would have transitioned sooner. I don't regret it, because I learned a lot as a real estate agent. But I highly encourage, if you're watching this video and you're thinking of becoming a real estate agent, go ahead and do it. Like I said, look at the pros and the cons before you make that decision. But make it a goal for yourself to become a real estate investor, because that is really how you build wealth. That is really how you create the life that you desire, by having more freedom to do what you want, where you want, with who you want, whenever you want. So that is definitely my advice, is to make that a goal. And then lastly is just definitely just be ready. Just be ready at all costs, because the opportunities are out there. And if you're a real estate agent, invest your commissions. Invest your commissions into investment properties. Invest with your clients that are investors. Put your commission up. Get creative, guys. Learn from the people who have already done it. Like, really make that a goal. And like I said, that's my recommendation. If you're a real estate agent watching this and there's no goal to become an investor, well, that's completely fine, okay. For me, I took this path, and it has given me the opportunity to give back and have more freedom and create videos like this, and not have to feel rushed to go to the office and go cold call because I need the next deal. Don't get me wrong, we still do that, but it's just a lot more stress-free when you're able to know that you got that mailbox money coming in. With that being said, I hope you guys found value in this. If you have any questions, comment below, send me an email, reach out to me on the website, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And as always, I hope you found a lot of value in this video. Do not forget to join my free Commercial Agent Academy community, where we're gonna be able to network. I'm gonna be able to provide more resources. And as always, you are one commercial deal away from changing the rest of your life. Talk soon.